HBCUs have been the prime destination for African American youth to earn an education surrounded by their peers from their shared community and culture. In 2025, amidst the current political climate and presidential administration, the future of HBCUs are being challenged with uncertainty and fear. Hear from Howard University students what they believe the future holds for them and their HBCU. Hello, I'm Bamidele Aino reporting live from Garland, Texas. I'm here with...
I'm Kima Lesesny. I'm a freshman marketing major from Toronto, Canada, by way of Tokyo, Japan.
Can you spell your first and last name for me, please?
Sure. It is Keema, last name Lesesme.
With reports of overseas travel becoming more strict and ICE targeting international students legally allowed to stay in the U.S. on student visas, how do you feel this impacts you from your perspective as an international student?
This is such a good question because a couple of months ago, conversation with my mother, and it was very scary because she had told me that she doesn't want me to go back to Canada and go back home for the summer. And knowing that summer break is 3 months, I was very upset about that, especially because I had things I wanted to take care of back home. And I didn't have an internship over here in the U.S., so I was very concerned about what my living conditions would be like, especially staying here with no job for 3 months. And also, the international students department, they had recommended us not to go travel internationally at all. So it was a very uncertain time because I couldn't even get tickets back home till literally 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks before our dorms, or we were supposed to leave our dorms. And so I just really felt uncomfortable and very uncertain with all the changes with international travel and everything like that. Even till this day, my mom had told me that I can only come back home knowing that if I can't go back to Howard, I would have to go to school in Canada and basically not continue my Howard dream. And so still while yes, I do have a ticket back home, it's still a little bit of a rocky subject because I'm not sure if I can come back to the States. I mean, I really hope I can, and I think I will. But I know for a lot of international students who live in other countries, that can also be very scary for them as well.
Hello, I'm Bamidele Aino reporting live from Garland, Texas. I'm here with...
My name is Taino Moreno. I am an incoming sophomore honors political science major from Los Angeles, California, currently attending Howard University.
Taino, can you please spell your first and last name for me, please?
Of course. First name is Taino, Taino, and last name is Moreno, Moreno.
If you could send a message to national leaders or policymakers about the importance of HBCUs, what would you say?
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting question because we look at most of our policymakers, we see that most of them come from places where their peers look just like them. They come from a very strong support system, whether that's in their community or through their family who have always had the support, whether that be financially, emotionally, etc. And so while these policymakers have had this sense of belonging their entire lives, I say, why not let us have that for once? And to me, that's the value of HBCUs, because I don't see these questions being asked about PWIs, but it's a pretty similar parallel. And so the way I view it is we should have the chance to feel like the majority for once and simply be judged on our merit.
I'm here with...
Hello, my name is Lexi Johnson. I am a freshman English and International Affairs double major from Boston, Massachusetts.
Lexi, can you spell your first and last name for me, please?
Yes. LEXIJOHNSON.
Thank you. Lexi, in recent light of the Trump administration being rumored to employ budget cuts to various HBCUs across the nation, while HBCUs are already known for being heavily underfunded, how might this affect HBCUs looking towards the future?
This will affect HBCUs heavily since there has been a lot of problems that have surfaced for HBCUs, I feel like a lot of students will be less likely to apply to these HBCUs, thinking that other schools have better opportunities for them.
Okay. Also, what do you think would be lost if HBCUs were no longer supported or funded properly?
I believe a lot of opportunities for HBCU students would be lost. In light of, I say this because I know a friend who has lost an internship because cuts were made, and I believe that if these budget cuts were made and our funding would be less, we wouldn't have opportunities to study abroad or do conferences and things like that.
Thank you. I'm Bamidele Aino, reporting live from Garland, Texas, signing out.